Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. How you guys doing today? I'm doing really good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really great day. We're back playing some Feed the Beast Beyond again today. And man, oh man, am I excited about what we're going to be getting into today. I never really do my sentences very well. My commentary is going out the window. I think it's because it's really late. But I'm really excited about what we're going to be getting into today because we're finally getting out of this stupid hole. But before we get into that, last episode, if you missed it, we were building on our base. We started getting the shell outlined and we started getting the first floor done. And I've been working a lot with that off screen. I'll be showing you guys that in just a moment. But again, I've been doing some things off screen. I've been doing quite a bit of stuff. But before I get into that, because I'm going to forget sooner or later, I want to say thank you guys for sitting down with me today because I really do appreciate it. I'm really glad you decided to come hang out with me today. I'm really glad you decided to come chill out. I think we're going to have a lot of fun today because today, we're finally getting out of the stupid hole. Finally getting out of the stupid hole in the ground. But since then, last episode, I have been doing quite a bit of work. As you guys can probably tell by my hotbar, I have made some things. I have made new tools. I did all of this stuff off screen because to be honest, I haven't had time to record very much. Why do I have leather boots? Goodbye. I think I was throwing out some stuff in my AE system. But I got me new tools, and I made myself a smeltery. So I built this thing off screen because I've been wanting to get new tools for quite a while. I've just been putting it off, and I decided to just go ahead and do it. So I made myself a sword named Oathkeeper. I made myself a pickaxe, which has not yet been named, and I made myself a cobalt hammer. So this guy is made out of manulum, ardite, and paper. Manulum because it's best in power when it comes to damage, and ardite because apparently it's really good with durability with handles now, which is really good. Also, I made this one out of cobalt, ardite, and I do believe paper again, and I made this guy out of cobalt, ardite, paper, and steel. The reason I ended up using steel was because it is a good handle modifier, but I was originally going to use sponge, and I was actually going to use sponge for my pickaxe, because if I don't have the book with me, but for some strange reason, no, I do have the book with me, but for some strange reason, I never understood this, and I guess it's just like one of those teasers inside of this mod. But sponge is really good with handles. It's got a 1.2 modifier, which is really high for handles, but it also has a plus 200 durability, which is really high. Not to mention, it gives the ability of silk touch, so it's amazing. I just could not find sponge, and look at that durability, 1,000 additional durability if you make it out of the head. That is stupid for sponge. And I mean, if it wasn't for I couldn't find it, I would have definitely been using that because that is really, really ridiculously high. But I ended up using ardite steel and all that other stuff. But the one thing I liked about ardite, especially with these tools, is that it actually turns cobblestone into durability. So it helps out with the durability, which is really, really cool. So that's a thing. Now, it doesn't turn all the cobalt, it doesn't turn all of the cobblestone that I mine with it into durability. It just has a random chance for it, which, it's a thing. So it's better, something is better than nothing. So one of the things that I've been doing off screen while building my base, which I'm not showing it yet, I'll be showing it in just a second, is one of the things that I've been hating on is the fact that with my jetpack, it's been very bad with keeping me in the air because it constantly falls. So I went ahead and made myself the vibrant one I did it off screen. Now, the one thing I hated making this thing, and what took me forever, was the fact that I needed ender pearls. So let's go ahead and make this thing, and then I should have the armor ready in here. So let's go ahead and put these two together. Bam, and then bam, and then bam. Let's go ahead and charge that bad boy up. So while that thing's going, this shouldn't take very long. But what I ended up having to do was I had to go over there to the desert and just fly around during the nighttime, and I actually might do it really quickly. And luckily, since I have looting 3 on my sword, getting ender pearls from endermen, it wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be. But even just trying to find them in the first place was one of the things I just didn't want to have to do. But we did it, and I got everything together, which is good. So let's go ahead and throw this bad boy on, go test out our new jetpack while we fly up to our new base. Check it out. It doesn't look that much different, does it? Okay, let's go ahead and head up there. Wow! I forgot how amazing this jetpack is. Wow! Oh, but I have done some things in here. Let me go ahead and sleep really quickly so it's not super dark. So I was going with a air design, like an open air design. Now I was originally going to add a lot of glass, but then I was like, why add glass when you can add open airness? So I had the original design, which was just the shell, and then I started taking away blocks and I started adding blocks, and oh dang, this jetpack's amazing. Why couldn't I have had this when I was building? Check this out. I'm barely falling. That's so great. But I I should have made it. Oh well, it's a thing. But I really like how it came out. Now it's not completely done. I've still got some trim work I'm doing with it. Oh god, I gotta get used to the speed. But I'm getting some trim work that I still have to get done because I was starting to do it over here, where it took out the corner bits and then added some of this diorite, polished diorite trim. And I planned on doing it with the rest of these. I just haven't done it yet. And I've got this open airedness with, well, just, I was originally gonna put glass here, and then I decided not to. And I still can't decide whether or not I like it. I personally like it, but it might be bad in the future whenever it starts raining. That's the only thing I don't like. And I left this open as well. So that's a thing. So of course I copied both of them on each side. I haven't started to think about what the other floors are going to be like. Oh, look, he's still there. I was doing some ideas with blue stained glass as well. I was using the Tinker's Construct version, the clear glass. That was one of the other things that I ended up using. Well, I think it's called clear glass, isn't it? Yeah, the clear glass. That was one of the other things that I did with the smeltery down there. And I made a whole bunch of clear glass. Now, I have a lot of it, but I haven't even used it yet. I want to use it as accent pieces, but I can't figure out where I want to put them. I'll figure that out later. I feel like the blue of the sky is a lot better than the blue of the glass, is basically what I came out with. So, one of the things that I want to do today is I want to get moving. I want to move all my stuff over here. Now, what I want to do first is I want to start doing columns. Now, I think, did I leave all my diorite up there? I think I did. I think I left it all up there. Let me go ahead and head back up here. I don't think I have any left in the system. Do I even want to use diorite? I haven't even thought about this. But I'm thinking about what I want to do with the central pillar. Now, let's go ahead and do this. And then I want to go ahead and just look at this really quickly. So what I usually do is I have a square in the middle, and then I use it for my applied energistics, like the auto crafting, the auto smelting, and stuff like that in the middle. And then I do separate ore processing later. I mean, well, away from this. So I think that this is going to work. Now, off screen, I built myself a builder's wand, and these things have been very useful in the buildings of things. So let me just raise this up just a little bit. I want to see what it looks like. I'm not going to keep it all out of just plain old diorite, because I think that looks a little ugly. I'm not even convinced I want to use diorite. Maybe I'll use marble. I don't have a lot of marble. Let me take this down. I'm gonna go mess around some blocks, but this is what my plan is today. I want to build my central column. I want to get my applied energistics over here. I want to try to set up my power. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with that yet. I might actually start using lava power because of one of the fun things that I did off screen. I never showed this. Let me go ahead and head down really quickly. But I never showed this because I completely forgot to do it. It was over the past 2 episodes, I think I had it set up, but I made a whole bunch of obsidian, see, in here. Now, I had to do it, the way that I made it was by using this igneous extruder, and the way that I did it with the igneous extruder was I used the ultimate block that we found, the holy grail of holy items. I used, is it still over here? Oh no, I took it away. But I used my block placer. What was it called? I forgot. The block builder, the builder block. Did I throw it on the ground? Did I just do that? Come back. Come back to me. But I used my builder's block. Now this thing, it can not only suck up items and mine items and place items, but it can also suck up water and it can suck up lava. So I finally found my pump for lava. Now I set one up in the end, well, not the end, but the nether. Now, portals. They get me every time. But I set one up over, where's it at? I think it's over here. Yes, I set it up over here, and it's been going just whenever I need it. Like, I'd come back over here and I'd turn it back on, but let me go and preview this thing. But it's set up all throughout this lava area over here. And I mean, I could technically make it bigger, but I have no need for it. But my dimensions are 100 by 10 by 100. And as long as I need it, I could come over here and just get lava. Now, the thing is, right now, all I was doing it with was with a drum. Now I could theoretically use an ender tank and then just transport lava that way. But the problem is, I've got to figure out how I'm going to get power over here. Now, I can use the translocators, but those things are so expensive, which is my ultimate goal, is to be able to make those translocators, but they're really expensive. Let me go and sit down right here. Now, let me go look these up really quickly. No. Is it even called translocators? They're called dimensional transceivers. I'm stupid. I always call them translocators. But they're dimensional transceivers. Now, the way you guys make this thing is you need electric steel, which is not hard. You need to make an ondetic capacitor, which is really easy. This fused quartz, which is really easy. This ender crystal, which is... it's a thing. I gotta make a soul binder, which I'm gonna need an enderman soul. That's a thing. And the vibra crystals, which isn't a big deal. But then I have to make a... what's this thing called? An ender resonator. I have to make one of these, and that requires a splice and slice. And I actually can make all this stuff now, because originally what I was missing was the enderman head, but I think I have those now. So I might actually be able to set this up. I'm really excited about this. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to get some work done. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna be doing. Hello, you guys are what's coming next. Sooner or later, I am going to be making myself a really nice cleaver, and I'm gonna be collecting heads, because we need to go fight some wither skeleton skulls. So, I mean, we can go fight some wither skeletons, get some wither skeleton skulls so I can get some nether stars. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to work, and we are going to be moving today. Ugh. Ugh. I hate that lag. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have been doing quite a bit of work since we last left off. I've been doing quite a bit of work actually, a lot of work, even though it doesn't seem like it. But I have completed my dimensional transceivers. I've also looked at them to make sure I know how they work. Apparently, they're actually really simple to operate. But I've also, while doing that, I made both of these guys. These guys work pretty similar to most machines. The only difference is these guys takes for some reason an axe and shears to work, and this guy takes experience, which is very cool, which is a thing. And I've also been working around with my little base up here. Well, I say little, but I've been messing around with the design up here, and I went and built the column. I used marble. I really like how it came out, and I really like how it has like that blue tint to it. At least for me it does. I don't know about you guys, but I can see like a little tint of blue, and I really like how that came out, and I really like how this is. It's just mostly just chiseled. The whole thing is just chiseled marble. Now I also went ahead and made the second floor for whatever we're going to be putting up here. I haven't decided yet, and I plan on mirroring this on the other side as well. I do believe this is, I think I did 15 blocks, and then there's the next floor, so I'll probably do 15 blocks down and have another floor down there. I just love how this base looks. I love it. It looks really, really nice. The only bad thing about this base so far that I've found out is at nighttime, since there's no lighting anywhere except for that torch down there, it gets really dark. So that's a thing. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hook up my power. Now, here's the thing. I plan on taking my capacitor bank with me. So what my plan is I'm going to rip this out. I'm going to gut all of these machines down. I'm going to gut all of the power cords down all the way through here. I'm going to take all of this with me. I plan on taking down all of that up there, and then I do plan on keeping this stuff here. I'm planning on keeping my solars here, but I plan on hooking all of this stuff up to a dimensional transceiver. Now, this will be my main source of power for right now. This won't be a lot, but I do plan on doing next episode, doing some lava power and getting that set up. I won't have time to do that today because I have quite a bit of work I'm doing so far. I already spent almost 2 hours, well, actually about an hour and a half, give or take, on doing what I have done so far. So I've still got a ton of work to do, and I'm really excited to get this done because I love our new base. I really love it. It really looks great. And I also have some great ideas for what I'm going to be doing with it later, because I want to add some rings to it. I don't know what they would do, but I think that'd be just mostly a fashion over function. But I want to put rings around it. Maybe have one main ring and have 2 other rings on like above and below it. I think that'd look really, really cool. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's what my plan is, and I got to get to work. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have done the majority of my moving. Look at it. Can you see it? Oh, no you can't. But I've done the majority of my moving. I got the AE system all set up and going. And I also have my capacitor... Why's my engine off? There we go. But I also got my capacitor bank all set up here as well. This guy's good. And now I have also done the setting up of the dimensional transceiver. So the way that these guys work is it's really simple. It's a lot like the thermal expansion one. So the way that these guys are set up, I'll go ahead and show you guys this one first. So it has this first interface. Basically, this just shows you the power buffer that this thing has, which is 250,000 RF. And then the upkeep to keep that going is 10 RF per tick, which isn't bad. And then the send and receive functions. It can send up to a maximum of 40,960 RF per tick, which I don't know if the actual what are they called, tesseracts. I don't know if the tesseracts actually had a buffer. Well, I didn't think they had a buffer, and I also didn't know if they had a limit to them, which is very interesting. I'd have to look into that, just find out if that's actually a thing. But the way that these guys work, their interface is exactly like the thermal expansion tesseracts. So you have your availabilities, you have your sends, and you have your receives, and you have your namings of the things. Super easy. And the same thing with the items as well. And again, I don't know what this guy does. I'm thinking this is fluids, but I don't know. I guess this is filters of some kind. I guess I'd have to look more into it to find out all the odds and ends for it. But it's working. It's working like it's intended to do. So now the next thing that I'm going to have to do, and I'm probably going to do most of this stuff off screen between this episode and next episode because I'm running out of time for recording tonight. What I'm actually having to do, and give you guys a little bit of an insight of what's happening to me, is I'm going to be recording Wednesday's episode and Friday's episode tonight because I'm actually going away for a couple of days because I have to go. I'm going to the land of no internets, basically. My grandmother is going to be out of town again, so I have to go up to her house, and she has no internet. So that's positively great. So I'm trying to get ahead with videos so that I don't have to really worry about that thing. And I'm trying to. So I'm going to make this episode a little bit shorter, and next episode is also going to be just a tiny bit shorter. And I do want to apologize again for not having vanilla episodes. I'm having people ask about it in the comment section. I'm sorry. It's just so much easier to make the modded episodes because I just focus on one thing during the episode and I don't have to build anything. Now today, this modded episode took forever to do because I had all the crafting and stuff I had to do, but hey, it's a thing. And also I had this building thing. Really, I love how this came out. I think it looks beautiful. Now the one thing, this is the problem. At nighttime, it's really dark. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do with the lighting situation. I don't know. I don't have to worry about mobs because of the mega torch, which is great, but I'm going to figure it out sooner or later. So that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. I had a lot of fun today and hope you guys did as well. Off screen, I'm going to be setting up all of my machines, mostly just the necessity ones, like my auto ore processing. I'm going to get that going. And then I'm probably going to, I don't know, maybe I'll space these out like I usually do. I remember last time I did a base like this, I had like deep storage up like in the front, and then I had like automatic ore processing on one side with some random machines to use on one side, and I remember I had like applied energistics auto stuff on these other two sides. So I'll figure out what I'm gonna do with that later. But yeah, don't forget, guys, if you hated this video, you know where to put it. But if you did enjoy, do not forget to hit the like button, guys. Like I always like to say, you guys have been showing such amazing support on our channel so far, and I want to say thank you guys for all your amazing support. Guys, don't forget to post any questions, comments, smart marks, comment sections are down there. I love hearing from you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Nope. I'll have a great and wonderful rest of y'all day. I'll see you guys in the next episode.